Shalom, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles, a great millstone that teach us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And in the names of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakak, Wadash. And peace, love, and blessings to the elect scattered around the four corners of the earth, mainly in Babylon the Great, America, which is going to be destroyed by the way of nuclear destruction, the future prophecy of World War III, Jacob's trouble, so on and so forth. So basically the title of this lesson, of course I say Shalom, but the title of this lesson is going to the response dealing with this, the whole Deacon Akar and his little, so-called exposure scandal between him and his woman. All right, which, in all actuality, no matter how much people want to sugarcoat it, you effeminate men and you feminist women, she's still in the wrong by exposing this man. And the way she's doing it is very worldly. She's making, rap songs and diss tracks towards this guy. And now all of a sudden you want to expose him because basically you're bitter. He sold you lies. He gave you empty promises. Honestly, that's what your ass get. Me personally, I have no sympathy because at the end of the day, you have to take accountability for being with that sorry ass nigga. And then on top of that, you had a child with him. So that's you, man. All right. Something got your eyes to be entertained by this individual. All right, so I want to go into that, but mainly going into what Al-Azhar has said, trying to put blame, and same thing that women do, put blame on a man, not taking accountability, not understanding the circumstances, and ultimately is just counting the cost of being in this truth, ultimately. All right, talking to the real men of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. And when the elders and apostles say, fuck your kids and fuck your wife, it's just simple. If she's a hindrance unto you, if she's a problem, if she's a demon, because at the end of the day, Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and 26, I'm going to get that right quick. We know how these women get down, and we have the insight on how wicked these women truly are. All right. And not only that, we have the scriptures. We have the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah to let us know, like, hey, don't let these women get the best of you. All right. You have a more important job to, apply to. All right. You're doing the bidding and the business of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, in the name of the only begotten Son, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. And that's who and what it's all about in this ministry. All right. Salakia. So let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth the Most High God Yahweh shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. All right, and it's a precept in the Apocrypha. The portion of a wicked woman is given into, well, let me look for it. It's basically a wicked woman is given a portion to a wicked man, roughly paraphrasing. And I believe it's in Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 25 or the 26th chapter. Okay. So it's actually Ecclesiasticus of Sirach 26, chapter 26, and verse 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. And like the young elder, Amawan Gabar, because I was just watching his video lesson through the spirit. Hey, it's two sides of the story, but what he actually said is three sides. It's his side, her side, and then the truth. And that ultimately is deal with, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, knowing the whole situation. Because for all we know, she probably was, running her mouth, talking slick, and it calls for him to lash out, be a demon, so on and so forth, because most of the time, women do push men to that breaking point, that boiling point. All right. And of course, we're not justifying his wicked ass, because we already knew that the nigga was a scammer. All he cared about was money, but it's all through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai using this woman, whether she's, wicked or not, to expose this wicked individual dealing with the doctrine. Him saying, if you want to make real money, go into Gentile salvation. All right. So I'm pretty sure he also made an alliance or an agreement to talk trash about the Hebrew Israelites, because his past couple of videos before he signed off, and that's due to his wife exposing him, and she's still exposing him. Like I said, it's funny. It's like a little soap opera or whatever. But in all actuality, she's still in the wrong trying to do that, because like I said, you got beta men and feminist women that want to support and be on your side. But nonetheless, who's to say this woman wasn't wicked herself, being all snappy, rowdy, slick at the mouth. And then on top of that, like the elders, like I said, it's so much going on, because like the elders say, you better off getting a female that's not into the ministry, or that, just a woman in the world, a woman that believe that America, is the place to be, Christianity, Jesus Christ, and all that bullshit. You better off dealing with a woman like that. Cause like I said, and then like I said, I can rant about this whole situation, but the importance of the matter is it's the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai exposing that bald-headed, grimy ass nigga, Deacon Hakah, the deacon priest Hakah. And it's so funny, like I said, it took a woman to, to shut this nigga up, letting how weak that nigga is. And then Alazar came on, or Alizé, all right, the sweet ass drink, aka Pegasaurus. This nigga got something to talk about, talking about it's basically Great Millstone fault, the way that Hakah, treated his woman, his wife, all right, and stuff like that. Because on his page, he talked about that. It says Gorilla TV did 1 hour and 10 minutes. Gorilla reacts to GMS and the Deacon scandal. But in all actuality, like I said, and then like I said, he said some lie about they taught us to, if a woman on her period, you can, have sex or try to force yourself upon her and blah, blah. Man, our elders and apostles say, man, you ain't supposed to be around your woman. That's why they advise us to have homes that we have to ourselves. We live on our own, and accordingly we deal with the women. Because at the end of the day, man, it's in our nature to deal with women. But meanwhile, this the same nigga that's a gang member, and I'm pretty sure if he run into his ops, he gon' bang on them. He gon' shit. Or in his case, his little freaky deaky ass might want to bang him, But he gonna want to put harm to him. But we're the problem. That's how, like I said, man, that nigga Alazar, man, is his best bet, really and truly, like I said, is to shut the fuck up and just live your little bullshit ass life till them nukes come, till the MOTB come, and we'll see how far you get, man. And I pray one of your homies backdoor your little goofy ass, But now, he got something to say. Dealing with that scandal. And the elder Ishiar did a video, reoccurring patterns of judgment against wicked men. All right. Elder Manat Zapbak did a video. GMS South Carolina 08. It said response, Gorilla goes in on GMS, wife and kids, Pegatron, Pegasus. You know, ain't got no goddamn reason, man. And Salaki, it was another video. What Great Millstone didn't teach you. I'm going to that video. Look at that. She made another video. Salaki, I don't wanna. Been constantly making videos. Now we on episode 5. Like I said, man, it's these women. Like I say, me personally, that's what her ass get. Because you knew the type of demon this guy was. You just ignore it just for the simple fact you just seen him. You know, like I say, whatever the fuck you seen in him, you know, it was like astonishing to you, you know, being, you know, admired and so on and so forth, man. All right, going into that. And like I said, the young elder did a video, leave your wife and kids, my testimony. And like the brother said, a lot of us got wives and you know, families and children and all that. But at the end of the day, we know what comes first. We know at the end of the day, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, being a servant of the Lord, comes first. And I want to get this precept in Revelation chapter 3, verse 11. I am coming soon, NLT, I am coming soon. Hold on to what you have so that no one will take away your crown, take away your chance of salvation. All right. And that includes our wife and children, you know, if we have them. All right. Even certain family members, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers. All right. When all hell breaks loose and they're going to implement that MOTB. All right. For the ones that got families. All right. You know, it may be some of our wives that want us to take that device, but we already know if anybody to take that device, you're going to be destroyed, man. The Lord is going to preserve you for nuclear fire, as it say in Revelation 14:9 on down to 10, for receiving Revelation 13 and 16 on down to 17, man, receiving that charagma, that mark. All right. So at the end of the day, man, this message or this lesson is for the real men that comprehend and understand, you know, and you know, bitch ass niggas always twist up some shit. But meanwhile, you got shit going on within yourself. Like I said, for a grown ass man to tell his girlfriend, wife, whoever, to put on a dildo style strap of a penis, like this, like, you know how sick in the head you got to be. Like I said, you're honestly not far away. You automatically a sodomite. That's off the gate. Sooner or later, you might well get with a man. Like, but this nigga got something to say. And like the brothers had mentioned, that nigga eyes look dark as shit, bro. All right, that's them demons on his ass, man. At Alizé. That nigga ain't got no reason to pop back up talking about the Hebrew Israelites. Man, stick to your streaming and grooving with the Hoovers, nigga. Stick to that shit. Stick to being a gang member. You might as well put the Bible down. You might as well start reading the scriptures, bruh. But like I say, man, niggas gonna be niggas, man. All right. But yeah, man. Like I said, I'm not going to speak too much on it because, like I said, we got bigger things to fry. But this is just a lesson. Like I said, don't, and like the elders apostles say, don't be invested into your woman. All right, like that. You know, you do what you have to do. If your woman ain't causing you no problems, she fuck with you, she fuck with you. If she don't, man, fuck it. Like the elders say, hey, get on child support, Cause, and I done seen this before. A woman, you know, for the most part, she'll deal with the man giving her money every week or every 2 weeks on the side, you know, but soon as, you know, things don't go away, she get bitter, want to put them on child support. Now you're getting a lower amount, and now for a longer pay, like a month. Now they're gonna charge every month or every 2 weeks, or however much they take out of the man's check, and they're gonna get their portion, and then they're gonna send you a small portion. And like I say, prime example, me here, my mama, like, you know, and this just the ignorance of women calling my daddy sorry, this and that the third. Put him on child support. Now he's sorry for paying. Well, I think it was $23 or $35 a week or two, every 2 weeks in child support. That ain't shit. But if you ain't had to put him on child support and you wouldn't have been such a problem to him, maybe he would have looked out for you. Maybe. All right. Like I said, man, these women, man, these women are majority of the reason why niggas are weak. They're very emotional, feminine. And like I say, it's come on, man. Look at the niggas that go to prison. All right, single parent households, mainly being raised by their mothers. It just so happened to Wadi Yabashim Yahweh, my mama raised me pretty decent to not be doing all type of dumb shit. And if you do, you're gonna end up in prison, and you know everything like that. And she used to use scare tactics about the grape shit. And I know, even as a child growing up, I did not want that to happen to me. So what shall I do? Stay away from prison. Being somebody's bitch, knowing damn well I was born a boy child. All right. And that shit's wicked within itself, man. All right. And that's thanks to Esau Edom. But anyway, Salakia for the rant. Let me get more precepts and scriptures. Hopefully it's been edifying. Because at the end of the day, we got to count the cost. We got to realize what comes first. And what comes first is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Revelation 3:11 again, NLT. I am coming soon. Hold on to what you have. This truth, this wisdom, knowledge, understanding. All right, the names, the faith. So that no one, all right, in the KJV it says no man, but regular in the NLT it says no one. That includes man, woman, or child. All right. Take away your crown, your spot as being a hopeful potential elect. You cannot let certain things come in between you and destroy you, man. All right. Nothing at all, man. We got to continue to do the work. We got to count the cost. There's a lot of things that we're going to lose on this side. We're going to suffer. All right. So on and so forth. But it's for the sake of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. We have to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah first, and then the rest is gonna, fall into place, man. And ultimately, that's not having faith. Because, like I said, I'm grateful for, the family that the Lord gave me, and I pray to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah continue to bless me, and she don't be no problem. And then even with that, I'm the type of person, look, bitch, I don't need you. I don't need you. I might want you from time to time, but I don't need you, bro. I got way more important shit to worry about, even when it boils down to children. All right? I say, man, you women, man, Isaiah 4:1 gonna come into play, but you women are a trip. And going back to that woman, man, the wife of the deacon, wanting sympathy, and she's getting it, but she's getting it from weak ass niggas, and feminine women, and like the elders of Paul say, we're not in the kingdom. We're not in position of power to be practicing polygamy. All right, that's gonna come afterwards, and I done had my fair share. And hey, try to do that if you want. You can't let them know about each other, because they might plot some shit against you. Ain't no might. They will plot some shit against you. Or they'll just step out on you and be like, oh, if you can do it, I can do it too. And then, you know where they got that shit from? America. Esau Edom. Feminism. I can do it too. Why you got to... Man, fuck that. And it's a difference. It's a big difference. But anyway. Let's get first Ezra 4 and 26 in the KJV. Yea, many there be that have run out their wits for women and become servants for their sake. Many also have perished, have erred, and sinned for women. And now do ye not believe me? Is not the king great in his power? Do not all regions fear to touch him? All right. So let's go into over here. No women have dominion over you. Okay, let me jump up the verse. I might have to cut this little fan on. A little hot. All right, jumping up. It's First Ezra 4 and 22. But this, in the KJV, by this also you must know that women have dominion over you. Do ye not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman? Yea, a man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob and to steal and to sail upon the sea and upon rivers. All right, let's think about the rob and to steal. Majority in today's time, that's why most niggas want to hit licks, have that money, that status of having money, is to please women, to make it seem like they got it like that. And most of these guys be robbing and taking shit for the sake of women. All right, that's one prime example. And majority of the men that's locked up in prison now is because of a woman, especially if he find his wife, committing adultery and he end up unaliving some shit. Now you got to serve all the rest of your life behind bars in prisons as an actual slave due to the 13th amendment, due to the 13th amendment, with a whole bunch of secret moles in there, man. Guys that's betraying to be men but like to take men. All right, shit's fucking wicked, man. But we're the goddamn problem. We're somehow, some way, our people still try to find a way to blame us for anything, especially the men of Great Millstone. That is not our fault, man. You people got a mind of y'all own. Y'all grown, ain't it? Especially, like I said, even dealing with the woman. I thought women was so smart, so independent. They don't take no shit. But the whole time, for 3+ years, you took this nigga shit. And you knew since the beginning stages of the month that he wasn't really nothing. So why you got pregnant by him? I said, man, you silly ass women, man. These bitches are silly. Dumb. And it's so crazy because she said in one of her videos she knew him because of her father. So at the end of the day, her father fucking wicked for damn lining his own daughter up with this wicked ass nigga, man. All right. And it says, "24, and he looketh upon a lion and goeth in the darkness, and when he hath stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love." Hey, all for the woman. Let's read in the GNT. First Ezra 4 and 22. So you must recognize that women are your masters. Don't you work and sweat and then take all that ye have earned and give it to your wives? Niggas that give their whole paycheck to their woman. All right, you real life got women that, you know, that love to talk shit towards a man, and you have certain men that likes to play the beta male role. Another prime example, even though he's an Edomite, he got to be an Edomite. Adam 22. Now all of a sudden his wife is filing for a divorce. Hell, you even had some shit going on with Sauce Walker, his baby mama. He's making threats to her and Drake. But meanwhile, these are the niggas that you hoes look up to. These are the niggas that's winning, getting all these wicked ass filthy whores, man. All right, and a real wife is a woman in her virginity. I know for a goddamn fact that woman ain't been no virgin. So in all actuality, you could have never been nobody's wife. You already got your husband that's probably still laying around here, you know, alive and everything. Probably gave up your virginity ever since, you know, being a young teenager or whatever. So let's keep going. "23, a man will take his sword and go out to attack, rob, and steal and sail the seas and rivers. He may have to face lions or travel in the dark, but when he has robbed, stolen, and plundered, he will bring the loot home to the woman he loves. A man loves his wife more than his parents. Some men are driven out of their minds on account of a woman, and others become slaves for the sake of the woman. Others have been put to death, have ruined their lives, or have committed crimes because of a woman. I find more bitter death than the woman, man." Ecclesiastes 7:26. So you women, like I say, man, we got the, you know, the inside scoops. You women ain't shit. All right. Even if you portraying that you a good, wholesome woman, man, you still ain't shit, bro. Me, and like I tell, and I look, and I mean this with all my heart and soul. I don't trust nothing that bleeds every month. That mean I don't trust no women, bro. I may can have children with them. I may can tell them I love them, blah, blah, blah. I still don't trust your ass. Because it's just in the snap of a second, you can switch up. Because you are Satan's disciples. All right. You are the real Satan disciples, the real gang members of Satan, bro. That's you women. You women are not exempt. You're not slick. And that's why Isaiah 4:1, when that kick in, we're going to be on top. We're going to be in power. And we're going to be giving out those decrees and commands on you women, or towards you women, man. All right. Like I said, I'm not the type of person to be down getting loud or, you know, getting bucked with a female, because that shit don't get nowhere. I used to do that shit back in the past. Now, like I said, I'll drop your ass like a fucking bad habit. I'm talking about quick. Oh, that nigga ain't shit. Good. I'll be that. You know, in the words of Redman, I'll be that. Hey, they yelling, he ain't shit. Fuck it, I'll be that. But remember, you ain't shit first, bitch. Always remember that. Always remember that. You bleed every month. You definitely ain't shit. Because we followed your goofy ass and you followed a serpent. That's the reason why we're in this predicament now. And that's why I go through childbearing. All right. And all that, man. So you women ain't exempt. Always remember that. Brothers and sisters. And for the ones, sisters that's out there humbly trying their best, keep fighting. That's all I can tell you. Keep fighting, man. But yeah. Let's get Luke right quick. Was it Luke? Hold on, Salakia. Let's get, okay, Luke 14 and 26. Because it say, hate thy father and mother. Luke 14 and 26. If you want to be my disciple, you must, by comparison, hate everything else. And that hate basically going into putting it on the back burner, man. All right. Let's see if I can go into it. So
Strong's G 3404, Miseo.
Says hateful, to be hateful, detest. Abhor, dislike. All right, avoid, because that's what I believe abhor mean. Abhor, hate, loathe, despise. Execrate, regard with disgust, feel disgust. All right. Shrink from, recoil from, to be unable to bear. All right, dislike. And, you know, at the end of the day, I gotta say, man, that's how you know niggas be emotional and be trying to be over righteous. At the end of the day, we know if you got families and you really got a female that fuck with you, ain't no need to lead a bitch, man. Like, goddamn, and your families and shit. Like, we know that. And that what the brother Armawan Gabar was going into. But you got, you know, niggas are so fucking simple and so, you know, so emotional. They get bent out of shape over words. All right. Prime example with the grape thing. And it's clearly in the scriptures when this did occur, nothing bad happened, but money was being spent. And that's only if she wasn't engaged into having a husband. All right. Even what's the word I'm looking for? You know, being like a fiance or sealing the deal before actual marriage. She's not promised to another man. I say that. If she wasn't promised to another man, she's not married him, she's just so happened to get taken by force or somebody had sex with her, hey, you got to pay that money, and now that's your wife, and you got to love her to death do us part. You got to love her until either she dies or you dies. All right. Man, I tell you, man, our people hell, man. Count the cost. At the end of the day, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, if anything, like the elders say, if anything apprehending you from this truth of being a servant of the Lord, all right, cut it loose. You got to cut it loose, man. Don't give a fuck what it is, because at the end of the day, we have a mission. We have to first be servants of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Then we worry about the rest of the stuff, man. But niggas be getting, you know, butt hurt, so bent out of shape. Goddamn big head ass Alizar, man. That nigga, like I say, that nigga ain't got no room to talk. Anyway, I'm about to close out. Get this last precept. Matthew 19 and 28 in the NLT. Yahweh shall reply, I assure you that when the world is made new and the Son of Man sits upon his glorious throne, you who have been my followers will also sit on 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone who has given up houses or brothers or sisters or fathers or mothers or children or property for my sake, for the truth, for being a servant, will receive 100 times as much in return and will inherit eternal life. That is the whole purpose. You want to inherit eternal life? Like I said, a lot of things you're going to have to fall back from, especially being like a family man. But that is not the whole purpose. That is not the purpose of us coming into this truth. All right, being, you know, born again. All right. Yes, we have family members, and don't get it twisted. Yes, we enjoy our families when we do have the time. We enjoy our kids, children, whatever the case may be, our wives, whatever. But guess what first? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Being a servant, going out there every weekend, doing videos. Because women like to spend time and do shit on the weekends or whatever. And don't get it wrong. You know, of course, it's up to you. You spend time, what do you do? If you don't, shit. If she know what's best for her, best bet is to shut the hell up and wait till you find time for you. Because at the end of the day, man, we are the prize, man. And certain men are recognizing that and are waking up to that fact. But then you also got a lot of men that still beta males and want to be whole ass niggas and still want to please their woman. All right. And so I'm about to go. Lord will, it was edifying. Lord will, I'll make a part 2 lesson. So I'm going to close out giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash, double honor to the elders and apostles, a great millstone that teach us his truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Till next time, shalom, shalom. Hey, count the cost. Always know what you're involved in. And what we're involved in is being a servant of the Lord, not a servant of woman and children and a servant of this world. Nah, that's not the case, man. All right, so shalom. Till next time. Barakatah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. Again, double honor to the elders and apostles, a great millstone that teach us his truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and the names. Till next time, shalom.